kidding. We're potting.
I mean, if you don't want to pod, just don't pod, Robert.
No, dude. This is our job. We don't miss a week.
I don't know what to tell you, Robert.
First of all, Mike. Yo, I can't hear my mic. What's going on?
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
Why is there nobody talking? Somebody.
Oh my god.
And
How's that?
Yo, no, nothing. I hear a little bit of static when you go. Oh, almost had it. Keep moving it. Hello, I can't hear shit. Yo, my mic's fucked up.
Your mic's not fucked up. It's just your headphones.
Where's my snare? I got no snare in my headphones.
Oh my god, my mic.
Yo. I'm good now. Let's go. See, look at the ingenuity. This is why I'm the host. With the most. Yo, turn my headphones up.
Fuck off, man.
I feel like I'm talking really loud even though I have headphones in. Just let me know when we're recording. Give me that 3, 2, 1, boss.
I mean, we've been recording for this past 3
Are you serious? And that was a punch, and we back. All right.
Stop.
No, we're not stopping at this point. We're cutting this, but we're not stopping. This is our humble beginnings.
Just say the fucking intro, dude.
This is the Some Bad Decisions podcast. That's the name we came up with, guys. By the way, we came up with a name this time. We didn't say the name last time. But this is like, even though this is episode 2, this is technically one really long pod because we're talking about some more Persona 5 stuff. Alright, so I'm Robert and my co-host is Meeman, a.k.a. Hurt God, a.k.a. Curve God. How you doing, man?
What's up?
You have a big announcement to make to our 0 audience that are listening in?
No.
Yes, you do.
What's my announcement?
Well, it's not an announcement. Well, it kind of is, dude. You have 2 new members in your family now.
Oh, yeah, I got 2 new kittens. They sleep right now, but you know they've been the bane of my existence for the past week.
I said to get rid of them already. He tried to already make me buy them, and I was like, "What for full price?" And I was like, "Hell no."
Look, man, I don't want them anymore. They're evil.
I'm not gonna lie, they look really nice though when they're like passed out.
It's the only time I have peace.
All right.
So, Persona 5.
Wait, you didn't even tell them what the names of your kittens were.
They don't need to fucking know the name of my
Yes,
kittens.
they do.
It's Ted and Marshall.
Because you're a fucking How I Met Your Mother fanboy.
Look, man.
He
It's
has
the greatest show ever.
He has watched that show, by the way, at least 20 times. Front to back.
Okay, that's not
He owns the DVDs.
Okay, calm the fuck
And
down.
the Blu-rays.
Stop putting me out
and
there,
the
man.
VHSs.
You need to calm your ass down. It's not even on VHS.
He put them on a VHS tape. That's just how dedicated he is. He's like, yo, if I'm ever in the backwoods. Yo, you guys have no idea why we're laughing, but that's like the 5th time Human's mic has crashed. It's fucking hysterical. Tighten that shit, dude.
I did.
We're pros. They can't know we're failing like this.
I'm sorry, this table's not the greatest.
Yeah, blame the table. It's not the fucking hooks that are fucking made of Play-Doh. Holy shit. Like, how are you still tightening this?
Shut the fuck up, man.
Like, we're potting, dude.
I know I'm potting, man. I can talk and work.
Then how about you fucking talk? Hold up your edge, co-host. Hold up your edge.
Look.
Know your ledge.
Look. We talked about shit last week, okay?
What the fuck
We're
is
gonna
that?
talk about more shit this week.
Word, really? Is that how a podcast works? I didn't know.
What, you don't like how I pod? Then get the fuck
No,
off the
you're fucking quiet the entire time. Fucking talk, bitch. You have a mic.
I don't want to talk, man.
No, you're leading. No, I technically have to lead in because I'm the host. But what did you think of the story, sir?
The story was good, man.
It was good. That was it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. It was fucking good.
Expound on that shit, bitch. We have airtime to fill. We
Look.
have sponsors eventually.
We don't have sponsors.
Shush. Why do you want them to let the audience know how small we are, dude?
Because we're tiny, man.
Oh, man. By the way, when this finally posts, and, like, the first two commenters, guess what you think Meeman and I look like, please? I'm going to say this in every episode just because I'm curious to see what the audience thinks we look like. Purely from the sound of our voices.
By the way,
What do you think?
I'm Asian.
What? Wow, I wonder what they're going to put now in the comments. All four of them, they're going to put definitely not Asian. See, now I feel bad because I wanted to say, like, dude, from the sound of your voice, you're definitely not Asian, but that's going to get us canceled down the line.
But technically, I am Asian.
Oh. Yeah, but not really, though.
Yeah, but technically.
But they're not trying to guess your country. They're trying to guess your appearance. Not your country of origin. You immigrant. Even though you were born here.
The story of Persona.
Oh, no, fuck that. We're putting that shit on pause.
Look, man. What else do you want to talk about? My origin story? I started in the back alley.
That's a very boring origin story, guys. I've listened to it. It is pretty sad, though. It just gets, like, sadder and sadder the more it goes. There's a reason why he bought cats for companionship.
It's a sad life out here, man. Don't move to DC.
He has an abusive father, and DC's pretty lit if you
What?
were to go. What?
So, I have chickens.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
Since we're bringing up my pets.
Yeah. Neiman is also a chicken farmer. Somehow.
In the suburbs.
In the suburbs, illegally. Don't tell on us, please.
Please don't tell nobody.
But he gets fresh eggs every day, according to him. So it can't be all bad. And he has he gets woken up by a rooster, so he doesn't have to buy an alarm clock.
I have one, though.
Oh, in your phone? Yeah, but that's some, like, from your great-grandfather shit. That's an old-fashioned alarm clock, dude.
It was my mom's, dude. What the hell?
Look, man.
It's digital!
Our audience is going to be young, okay? The idea of an alarm clock existing at all is going to seem like some 40s bullshit.
I hate you.
Look, man, we're old, okay? We're old. I know we're not even, like, 25 yet, but we're old. Alright, so the story of Persona 5. Again, expound on it was good.
It was...
Alright, let's start. Let's
walk through it.
Alright, we'll discuss this chapter by chapter. It's very similar to how we talked about,
I mean, we already talked about the palaces.
No, yeah, we're not going to talk about the palaces. We're going to talk about the story of how the character of the palace connects to that story and the overall plot. So let's go with the intro and fucking shit. I don't remember the guy.
The intro was amazing. Starting off with the fifth palace.
Kamoshida. There we go. I was gonna fucking. Okay, let's go with the intro to the end to Kamoshida and his apology. Oh, we're spoiling everything, by the way, in this game.
Everything.
I know it's pretty late after this. This is like, how many minutes are we into the pod?
Like 10.
God.
11.
Okay, 10 minutes into this podcast, we're talking about episode 5, but there will be massive spoilers of everything. Alright, so Kamoshida resigning and like apologizing and shit. Let's go from the very beginning.
So the main character's like backstory, how he ends up in that place, it's pretty similar to all the other Persona games.
I wouldn't know. I've never played another Persona game.
Well, at least the Persona 4. I don't remember Persona 3 all that much.
I did think it was, I guess, apt for the climate, or maybe Persona 5 was just a little bit ahead of the curve. Since, like, obviously they couldn't adjust this. They were making this years ago, like, back in, like, technically production started, like, right after Persona 4 ended, but that shit didn't get serious until, like, 2012, 2013. So, like, the protagonist stopping Shido from sexually assaulting and possibly raping a girl. Before it became, obviously this happened a lot of times before, but before it became the hot topic in society.
It was on a, like, main street.
Word.
He didn't even have the audacity to do it in an alleyway or something.
No, but what makes it worse is, like, the police came up and was like, yo, we'll arrest the teenage kid. And I was like, god damn.
It was like, wait, what?
Also, we gotta give Joker, like, his fucking, like, his flowers while we can, dude. He has a strong hook. He fucking made his face bleed.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, man, you gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah, shit, man.
And he is a character.
I
that
mean, he
becomes-
did just sneak up on that bitch.
Oh wait, I was literally gonna say, wait, was that? Do you think that ended up being Akechi's mom? But then I realized, oh wait, Akechi's mom like died way before that.
Yeah. Plus, Akeshi's like Joker's age.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It wouldn't have made sense.
He grew up in a span of like 2 months.
No, but what could have been would have been like he just saw her like for the first time in like 15 years, and been like, bitch, why you trying to get away from me? And I'm like, cause you call me bitch.
Okay, so that's how the story starts.
Yeah, Persona. To me, Persona 5 doesn't really start in like you get like this weird. Okay, like
It's like the prologue. Basically.
It's very much like a prologue. That's a great descriptor for it. You have like your the main character transferring into this school, into the high school.
Because it wouldn't be a Japanese game if they didn't.
First of all, it wouldn't be a JRPG. Well, it wouldn't be a Persona game if they didn't. But after what's the name of the school? We should know this. How about you look it up while I'm still talking?
Content team.
This is why we're the princes, man. Yo, this shit's gonna fucking fall. I can feel it. It's fucking curving already. Anyway,
we'll
don't
get a
worry
better
about that,
studio.
audience.
We'll get a
cut
better.
that.
We'll get a better studio eventually.
Yeah. So our GoFundMe is da 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 da.
Do we have one yet?
No, we're never gonna have one. Knock on unless we need to have one. One day.
Shojin Academy.
Shujin Academy. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I should have just fucking kept going. Anyway, he transfers to Shujin High School, and basically, off rip, somehow, after he already meets his future caretaker in what's the guy's name? Sojiro.
Yeah, Sojiro.
In Sojiro's caretaker, who's kind of like a dick
He's
when
a
you first meet him.
Dick at the beginning, but
But to be fair though, like it seems very like
I mean, if you're taking a delinquent who's
Yeah.
like on parole, yeah, you're gonna be a dick.
yeah, he really warms up once you realize you're kind of a good guy. But like the fact that he leaves you in like a fucking storage bin is kind of fucked up for his fucking cafe. But that's neither here
He
nor
doesn't
there.
even take you to his house, dude. Which we find out why later on, but
Yeah.
still.
Okay, then after that, then you meet your first party member of the game when it's raining on his first day of school. You meet Anne, and you meet the first boss, Kamoshida, and then you meet Ryuji after that.
Dude,
Also, there's a lot of, what's it called?
can we say how creepy it is for Kamoshida to scroll up in a car and be like, "Hey, get in"?
It's massively creepy, right? But it doesn't seem like that the first time, because here's where I thought like the game was being a little bit like just being a little bit, not clever is not the right word, I don't know what the right word for it is, but he offers technically the main he offers Joker a ride too. He's like, "Hey, do you need a ride?" So at that point he like Kamoshida just seems like a really nice guy, being considerate, like it's raining, not trying to get you to get soaked. Just drive my car, pull up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a good like smoke screen right there. And
Well, I don't remember him actually saying that, but I guess.
yeah, I remember
But
because like Joker does this awkward thing where he doesn't respond, but he's like, he just waves away.
yeah, that was.
One of the few times where he probably should have talked more. Atlas,
Yeah, let the main character speak. God
more,
dang.
just more. He speaks. He just needs to speak more.
God, that one line.
We'll talk about that later. Anyways, then we meet Ryuji, and I'm not gonna lie. When I meet Ryuji for the first time, I'm like, oh boy, this
He's
is
the
gonna
main
be.
character, isn't he? His hair's yellow.
No, it's not even that. Obviously, I'm the main character, but it's like, oh, this is definitely gonna be like the best friend character, dude. And I gotta, even though like you have like that life or death thing, and you eventually get like, oh, okay. First of all, Joker's Awakening has got to be like some of the coolest shit you see, because you get, you get thrown into the metaverse unsuspectingly, and you're just alone with Ryuji in a jail cell where Kamoshida clearly taking inspirations from Catherine based on his outfit.
Yep.
With his guards, about to murder Ryuji, and then you awaken your inner self. First of all, you like ripping that mask off and leaving it full of blood is fucking awesome.
That was great. That cutscene was great.
First of all, that's a fucking great hook. That's got to be like 30 minutes into the game. I was sold right there.
Why was he the only one who bled from that?
Technically, everybody else bleeds, but what they do, what's it called? They really like show it because they're the only one that show Joker's face just covered in blood. They do like a close up for it. But if you notice, like all the other characters, they do blood, but a lot of times they'll do it like this, and then they'll throw the camera back so you don't see it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think you can tell. You can see a little bit of Ryuji's and Anne's, but you can't really see Yusuke's or what's her name? What's school president's name?
Makoto?
Yeah, Makoto Nijima, yeah. Obviously you didn't see Akechi's or Haru's or...
Yeah.
And Futaba's not really either because she gets like her outfit when she gets abducted by that UFO. Yeah, Futaba's weird. Anyway... But this game, in the beginning, has a second hook for me. And it isn't, what is it? It's not really what sold me. It wasn't even until, it wasn't Ryuji's Awakening, it wasn't Anne's introduction to the story and everything. It was Shiho's, like, attempted suicide.
Dude, that was out of nowhere, dude. I was like, whoa.
First of all, I gotta give Persona 5 a lot of credit in one thing. One, if you're talking to a character in Persona 5, you get a menu. Well, not a menu, but like the dialogue will show up in the middle of the screen, and like if it's a main character, they'll show like a face expression stuff like and a portrait of it with an expression. If there's something happy, it'll be like a happy face. If there's something sad, they'll be like downcast. Shiho's usually kind of down when you talk to her, but everybody else won't have those things. They'll just have like text boxes. Shiho did, and so it seems like, oh, Shiho's gonna be like a party member. This is dope. And then you think she dies, and it's like, fuck.
I'm like, well, damn.
And that also like one of the things that gets dropped, obviously, but because they figure out the information, but Morgana tells Ryuji and Joker before Anne joins the team, like, hey, if you steal Kamoshida's treasure, he could die.
Did he say die?
Or yeah, they said it's a possibility because he's never done it before. But
yeah. They were so willing to kill him.
And what's it called? What's a good hint earlier is technically the first scene in Persona 5 is the train conductor having a psychotic break.
Oh yeah.
So in my head, I thought, oh wow, are we gonna be like? Also, the game says Phantom Thief, so are we gonna be like murdering people, like making them go psychotic just because they did bad shit? And it doesn't happen, thankfully.
Yeah. It was. I like the little scenes here and there where they showed like characters,
but
just people like having a psychotic break and then alluding to your mental breakdowns.
Well, the reason why I thought it worked out so well is because once Shiho like tries to off herself at that point, there really isn't any like reason not to feel bad if we kill Kamoshida.
Yeah, they gave you a reason, like basically to kill him.
Like, eye for an eye at this point.
Yeah.
And even then, like, to, like, the main character's credit, I like the fact that they weren't even, like, super gung-ho about it. They were still, like, yo, we can kill this guy, and he would never know.
Yeah.
And everything. Like, he will literally just die.
And
Anne almost does it. But she doesn't, and then Kamoshida repents. Oh, And I gotta admit, they do a lot of shit to make you hate Kamoshida. The fact that what's the guy's name? Mishima is the one who ends up the guy you think that's kind of cool, and he won't join your party, but he becomes a confidant. And you're thinking to yourself like, oh man, this guy's kind of cool, and then you find out he's the one that leaked that you were a delinquent. And I was like, oh, Mishima, fuck you, dude.
You're a dick.
By the way, I wasn't as nearly as ready to forgive him as like the main character in Ryuji were. I was like, no, fuck you, Mishima.
There's a lot of people that the main cast would forgive, but you, as a player, would be like, no, fuck you.
You? Is that Keshi you're talking about right now?
Fuck you, Akeshi.
You say that, but you were so sad when he died.
I needed him. He was needed.
Yeah, you probably would have finished the game a lot faster if you had him in your party.
Yeah. Damn. Let's not bring that up yet.
Yeah,
I'm not emotionally ready yet.
We'll save that for a bit.
But I think Kamoshida's just overall story was more of a shock factor overall.
I thought it was very energetic. I thought it was a really great way to start the story.
It's a good way to start and hook people in, but
Also, I'm very glad that that was the only incident that occurred in the high school.
yeah.
I'm very glad that the game expands every single time a little bit more each time.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't stick. They could have easily just stuck in the school.
Oh yeah, they could have had like teacher, president, superintendent.
And then principal.
Oh yeah, principal. Yeah.
Just
No. Also, I will say this because I don't think there's going to be a good way to what's it called bring this up later. But there's a lot of characters that just kind of die like later that never really get to do anything other than talk ominously. Like the principal Kobayakawa, the fact that I remember that guy's name,
Dude,
is
half
a
the
testament
people-
to how fat he is.
Half people you thought were villains, they actually end up doing anything villain.
Well, you don't get to see them do anything villainously. You're fucking Mike, dude. I swear to God.
Just calm your ass down, dude. Just
Oh man, they're gonna think I'm so much angrier than I really am, but I am angry. The fuck. Kobayakawa, he does a lot of villainous like talking to his boss, being like, "Yo, these people need to be taken care of," and da 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 da. And then he just dies from a psychotic break,
like.
just in a cutscene.
Mhm.
And you never get to see him do anything. Same thing with the DUI director, the person who's Sai Nijima's boss.
Yeah, he just got off too.
He's
off
like,
screen.
"No,
He got
not
killed
even
off
me."
screen too.
No, it wasn't off screen. You see him die.
Yeah, but
Like, the thing is, like, the cast never gets to like interact with these people.
yeah, and it's like, I really wanted to, get back at the principal.
Yeah, fuck that principal. And I was also kind of fuck Kawakami until later.
Kawakami.
Yeah, because like she's also a dick to you early on.
Well, she's a dick to you because
You're a delinquent. No, fuck that. Just because I'm a delinquent doesn't mean I have a heart of gold.
That's never the case.
But this is an anime, so it's definitely the case.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess we gotta talk about
Madarame.
yeah, Madarame is next. Do you have a list up, or was that just off the dome?
Just off the dome, man.
Damn, that's impressive. I know you're gonna forget the next one.
Kaneshiro.
Oh shit, you did! Dude. Alright, anyway, Madarame. Madarame,
I didn't like his intro as much as I did Kamoshida's, but his overall palace was just great.
the only thing I didn't like was his villainous design. Like the lips being painted and stuff. I was just like, god damn.
I found that hilarious.
Like, that's a little bit over the top. And I know, like, that's, like, probably accurate for, like, Japanese history for, like...
The way they got Yusuke to join the party was kind of, like, creepy.
What do you mean?
They kind of broke into his, like, living area.
They didn't break in. They were invited.
Anne was invited.
Yes.
The others kind of just broke in.
No, what's it called?
They stormed in, basically.
No, if you remember... What's it called? They were invited the first time, and then they were told to leave. Because they were, like, snooping around. But then Morgana just sneaks in.
I'm thinking about the second time they got invited.
Yeah. This one was definitely leans a little bit more comedically and it hits, so there's not as much we can talk about here.
I think they were just trying to like bring the mood back up since they were talking about something.
We also
really
got to
dark.
talk about one of the more underrated scenes. I think was the feast scene after they beat Kamoshida.
I love that feast scene.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good like way to be like, hey, like these people are friends now. Like it's obvious. Like after this, yeah. And I like the fact that they weren't like, yo, let's be like these world bringers of justice or whatever. They were just like, yo, so I guess we're done here, and you know we kind of, we avenged Shiho. We stopped our expulsion from school. So we can just get on with our lives now.
I like how they comment later on in the story. You could have stopped after Kamoshida.
Yeah, but like, we could have stopped with Kamoshida until a fateful encounter. Well, two fateful encounters really. Because Anne was like, it's also weird that they treat Anne like a bitch because she looks rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she kind of does look.
Like
I think they were trying
also
to go...
Joker looks rich since he always wears a fucking blazer. Like, how does he look childish? Somebody explain this to me.
I don't know, man.
And he wears glasses to look older. Maybe he has a really high voice. Okay. No, he doesn't because he talks. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know why they treat I guess just because he looks young. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe maybe we can just.
Well, maybe they just didn't want anybody who wasn't fucking 50 over there. But Joker and the main Ryuji running into Shido, and then you get like.
They did run into Shido that one time.
Yeah. And then you get that's what convinces them to become Phantom Thieves, and where you get to pick your name and all that stuff. You know you can name yourself Isis?
What?
I didn't name myself that. I saw that in a stream.
People. Well, to each their own, man. I can't.
They didn't name the stream did not name him Isis. They just wanted to see if they could. Anyways, that was just an anecdote.
You need to stop bringing that kind of shit up, dude. What the fuck?
That's the reason why they come here, bro. They come for that fire ISIS, dude. And these fire ISIS segues. Anyways, then you meet Shido, and then like you get like a flashback thing, where it's clearly obvious that Shido was the guy who fucked your life earlier. Even though I don't even think at that point you even know his name is Shido. But whatever. He's just a rampant dick.
You just know this guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Just from having a conversation.
And so that's when you all resolve to become Phantom Thieves.
My only thing is, how did Joker not, recognize the dude who, caused everything for him?
It was dark.
So don't give me that. He punched the nigga in the face.
Yeah, in a dark main road. He didn't remember his face. Also, he has very trouble remembering a traumatic incident. He was sent to jail, dude.
Dan?
I'm just saying. Kicked out of school, it's like your brain inherently makes you forget traumatic incidents.
Not me.
It represses the memories.
Hurt God.
Well, that's because you thrive off traumatic incidents, dude. Like, it just makes you more powerful, like Voltron.
Where were we?
Yeah, Madarame.
I didn't like the overall story of Madarame's place.
Well, my thing is, Madarame is so,
Like, he stole paintings from his students.
Well, he stole his... First of all, you being the artist, that should have been the one that hit you the most, which is fucking weird.
Well, first of all, if I was a student, I'd be like, fuck no, give me that shit back.
You wouldn't say that if, he paid for all your food, your clothing, and you would have been an orphan without him.
Look, if he did that, take my artwork, I don't care.
But guess what? Now that you've used all my artistic ability, and then you threw me away.
That's when niggas get stabbed.
You can't afford a knife. Also, by the way, buying weapons in Japan is a lot harder than in the States, buddy.
You don't need a weapon. I'm gonna just get a hammer, dude. You can kill people with power tools.
That's when you put the drill sound effects, dude.
They don't need to know I have power tools.
They don't need to know what I do for a living. And we'll get those drops in next week, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even worry about it. Anyways, Madarame, it had some funny moments. To me, Madarame was the most.
It was the most comedic out of all of them.
I wouldn't even. Well, I would probably agree with you there, but to me, it's like the most isolated from the main story.
It was really just a way to get Yusuke.
Yeah, into the story. Because
Madarame and Kaneshiro had nothing to do with the main story, honestly.
what's it called?
It just was to get characters.
Because what's it called? If you look at every single other boss, like it serves the main plot eventually.
Yeah.
Madarame's really doesn't.
Kaneshiro maybe does a little bit.
That's what I said. Kaneshiro definitely does.
Kaneshiro puts them on the radar because they
Well,
took someone down that the police couldn't.
Yeah.
Madarame was just a random, honestly.
Not just that, Kaneshiro also is informed with the underworld dealings and knows that you can pay for someone to deal with somebody going into palaces and stealing money, like treasure, jewels, and all this shit. And he's probably the guy that caused the psychotic break in the first 2 minutes, even though you probably don't remember that scene since that's like 30 hours later, but if you're paying attention...
Dude, that's the great thing about playing a game, dude. You don't remember shit from like 100 hours ago.
See, this is why Persona 5 is so great at foreshadowing. It's like they make you forget because they're just throwing content at you, dude. And it's like, fuck. How did I miss this? How did I miss this awesome pancake foreshadow? Because I'm not paying attention, dude. I just finished a
Who the
palace.
fucking cares about this pancake comment?
But no, it's why Ketchy's the villain the entire time. Oh, man. Anyways.
That was real nice, though, on their part. Like,
Let's talk about that when we get there, dude. Actually, I think it might be next, honestly. That's when we have the trip.
Next after...
Yeah, Madarame's thing, because what's it called? They don't have Makoto in the party yet.
No.
They only have Yusuke. It's just them four.
Oh, yeah. They had a second trip later on.
Yeah, that's when they have the America trip.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm really jealous that Japanese schools get to go to these big travel shits for high school. They don't get to do shit like that.
Man, they made us pay.
Well, I'm sure you have to pay for Japan too.
Yeah, but it was like...
It was like
not even like somewhere cool.
It was like to Hershey Park.
I don't know. I can go there by myself. The fuck?
I'm like, why do I want to go to Pennsylvania? Although I think my class had New York as a trip. If you were in like marketing.
I hate American high schools, dude.
Memeing wasn't very popular in high school, guys. We'll try to refrain from mentioning that from now on.
Not at all, man. I was a lame, bro.
He also tried to kill himself several times.
Yeah, I have some scars on my hands.
You do have scars on your arms right now.
I'm kidding.
It's.
We don't joke about suicide on this podcast, Robert.
Dude, guess what? We haven't made it yet, so yes, we can. This is where we can get all our shit off, man. What are you talking about? This is great. Now I can tell everybody how I really feel.
He's getting into it. You can see the veins popping out of his head.
I said shit day today, man, right? This is all I was looking for.
Tell him about your day.
Madarame.
No, we're past Madarame.
Kaneshiro, then. No, we gotta talk about the first introduction to Super Detective Akechi, Goro.
Was that? I thought that was after Kaneshiro.
No.
It was right
because
before.
They get Makoto.
Oh, yeah, it was right before.
Yeah, it's the interlude between that.
Yeah. I gotta just say, the time between palaces are great.
Like, it's really weird.
Story-wise.
Well, no, it's fun to just do confidants and, like, do jobs and shit. And
most games, it's, like, terrible.
Well, oh, yeah, this is something we didn't talk about for gameplay. Raising your social stats.
Social stat, yeah. You know,
Also,
At first it seems super tedious, and it's like, why would I want to do this? And then later on, when you get into it, you're like, God, I need to go here and then go here. I gotta prioritize my time.
there's definitely a time in Persona 5 when you're playing the game where you're like, fuck, I don't want to go dungeon diving. Just let me do
my confidence.
Let me do my confidants, or goddamn, let me go to my 7-Eleven job. I need money.
Even though you make more money just going to the dungeon.
Don't go to the 7-Eleven, by the way. They give you bad money. Unless you're doing it to get the confidants trophy. Not the confidants, the all request trophy, in which case you need to work there twice.
Dude, I had to work there 4 times.
Why?
It didn't show up.
Hey man, you got paper though.
That was wasteful of my time.
So we already talked about the foreshadow that they put with the pancake scene or whatever. The fact that, by the way, Morgana remembers that like months down the line, I don't believe for like 2 fucking seconds.
Not at all.
That's ridiculous, but I'm rolling. Morgana's a magical cat who's the hope of humanity. I'm never gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let that go. Persona 5 really just slides that past you and like you're like, ugh. But anyway, Kaneshiro. Kaneshiro was honestly maybe my second, like he might have been my third favorite villain in the game.
Kaneshiro? I thought you said he sucked.
Did I say Kaneshiro sucked?
Yes, you did. You said he was a fly on a piggy bank.
No, okay. Design wise, he sucked. I'm talking about like when he's like just.
When he's just a boss.
Yeah, he's a mafia boss.
Okay, can I say how hilarious it is that he just took pictures of these kids at his club? It was like, I'm blackmailing you to give me $3 million. I'm like, just post the pictures. I don't give a fuck. It's just pictures.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, that definitely for the main character because that violates his probation.
To be in a club.
To A, be cut in class, and B, be in a club he's illegally allowed to be in.
Where did he cut in class? I thought he did it after school.
Oh, either way, he's not allowed to be in that club. He's illegally breaking the laws. He's not old enough to enter.
How'd they get in?
Huh? They ran in for Makoto. And they took photos of the class president in the compromising position.
That was such a dumb plot point, honestly.
It is. It isn't the smartest thing when you think about it, but it fits in the aspect of the Joker can't put a foot out of line, otherwise he's gonna spend a year in juvie.
He ended up doing that almost anyway.
Shush, we haven't got that far. So basically, and it fits the fact that Anne and Ryuji and even Makoto don't want him to go to, or Yusuke want him to go to jail, because at this point they already know, like, what his his deal is.
True.
But yeah, I like the fact that like Kaneshiro is very. I like the fact that Kaneshiro bridges the gap a lot between like the overall plot and like the palaces, because a lot of these palaces are like self-contained stories.
Basically,
they don't carry on. But Kaneshiro's was the one after Kamoshida that's like there will be something overarching here. It's not.
Yeah, it added to the main plot of the story.
Yeah, we're not there. There is a point. So like there is something where you're fighting against, and it's not just like a concept of evil adults or whatever. It's like, no, there is something evil manifesting at that point. At this point, and we have to stop it, and we can only do that by doing more and more palaces. And you see the corruptions of the Phantom Thieves a little bit more when they see like their popularity climb and climb and climb. Kaneshiro, to me, is like the beginning of all of that. So I give Kaneshiro a lot of that credit, and the fact of like Kaneshiro, he's kind of one note as a character, but like it's his overall arc that I like about that. In terms of that, not so much Kaneshiro himself.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about that man.
Well, him. I also thought it was a cool thing, the fact of like he had to be put in WITSEC pretty much once they found out, like, what's it called, that he's snitching on everybody. I thought that was cool. Okay, after that we have Medjed.
Medjed. That's hilarious. Very confusing, but hilarious.
Also, Shouldn't Futaba have realized that those hackers were so amateurish and probably told us this a while ago? Not when, like, the jig was up?
Well, I don't think you're supposed to do the story like doing the castle at the last day. You're supposed to do it like at the beginning, and then you have all this time before the deadline.
No. I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact.
Well,
that,
she didn't trust us yet.
No. That's not what I'm referring to. Okay, I'm talking about after she beats the Medjed hackers, right?
Mm-hmm.
She should have realized that A, those hackers weren't Medjed, as she tells you later on, and B, they were really bad at hacking. That's also weird. C, she should have told us that.
D. She explained why she didn't.
No, she didn't.
She basically said she didn't think we would follow through with it if she told us.
No, she didn't. Like,
No.
that was at the end of the game, dude.
No. That was
What?
at the end of the castle.
Which one?
Her castle.
Dude, okay. I'm talking about when all the Phantom Thieves and shit, like, when they, I'm talking about when Joker comes back, right, from the dead, quote unquote, and Futaba mentions that, like, the group that, the Medjed that hacked them weren't hackers.
Oh.
That's the part that I'm referring to.
I think she kind of vaguely mentioned it.
The fact that she didn't tell us this months down the line, and the fact that she knows that, spoiler alert, Akechi is fucking murdering people in palaces to steal all their treasures.
Wait, she didn't know that.
No, she didn't know that, but she knew that there was somebody doing that in the metaverse.
I guess.
And that they were probably employed by that hacker to fuck with the Phantom Thieves. Because A, guess what? That metaverse person knows that the Phantom Thieves can operate in the metaverse.
I don't know, man.
Also, Futaba's Palace has the best boss music. I know we probably said that earlier, but I want to say it again.
Yes. Shitty castle, but you know. Everything else was great. Aesthetics, music. We're having technical difficulties.
No, we're not. You're just shit.
You good?
Just keep talking, man. Keep potting. Stop making this awkward silent shit while I'm doing
But
shit.
it's so funny.
They can't see us.
I know, but they have
You're
to
not even
know.
describing this to the audience. Anyway,
This man trying to
Medjed,
fix this.
Medjed,
And he's failing
Medjed,
desperately.
Medjed. Anyways, the Medjed story. Futaba's personal story arc. Great, we covered that. That's pretty much all that. Oh wait, wait. Do you find out that this? Do you find? I know we talked about this. That Sojiro is a fucking government agent.
Yeah, but I don't know what he even does in the government. He's just an agent. Like, what the fuck does that mean? That was so vague.
Well, to be fair, like, also, how did he fucking own a coffee shop? Whatever. Oh yeah, he did get a payout, but
I guess Medjed was just like kind of like something. It was different. It was weird. It was different.
yeah, I guess we don't really have much to talk about for the Medjed one because A, it's kind of a hoax anyway, and it's how we get introduced. It's a way to expand on Futaba and Sojiro. Well, it's introduce Futaba and to expand on Sojiro's character.
Yeah. I like how they did expand on Sojiro's character.
But we already covered that when we were talking about all those characters. It was really well done.
yeah.
Okay, after Medjed, then we have...
Nijima?
Was it? What? No, it wasn't. Sai wasn't next. We have, what's it called? The
No,
Big Bang Burger plot.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's his
and
name?
also, we got to talk about the school trip.
Wait, you want to talk about the fan service?
What fan service was there in the school trip? Oh, are you talking about the date scenes that you can do? We don't really need to talk about that.
The whole trip was just fan service.
How?
Ugh.
We had our. Oh, we didn't even talk about the beach scene that we get. No, we're talking about the beach scene. Um,
What do you gotta say? It's a beach scene, dude.
I will say it is pretty heartwarming how they introduce and put Futaba as part of the team right there, and they call her Oracle, and I'm like, oh, I get it. This is what we got to call all the people now. Thank you, Batman, for doing this. For all the people who are red-haired and can't do combat, but they're the your eyes in the sky, so to say, your radio.
The Oracle.
Yeah, that's Oracle now.
That was dumb.
What, the fact that they called her Oracle? I mean, I like the name Oracle. I just wish it wasn't like.
I wish they were more creative with it.
No, that's pretty creative, dude. Just because Batman did it doesn't mean they can't do it.
Batman did. And she plays the exact same role.
Look, man. All right.
And she has glasses.
So?
And she sits in something that looks like a wheelchair. It's a UFO.
Exactly. She has a UFO. It's completely different. Start talking. Anyway, but yeah, that was really cool with the beach scene. Also, I thought it was a bold choice for their beach scene to like have no girls for like half of it. Where the fact that Ryuji and wait, I just realized we skipped over another scene before we even talk about the beach trip. We also skipped the fireworks thing.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that after the beach.
Where Yusuke spits the fire.
Shush. Shush. The fact that I like how there's so many instances in this game where you can just go and try to pick up chicks. Like that's how we get introduced for Kawakami Operation Maid Watch. By the way, that's one of the greatest names ever, by the way.
Yeah. Operation Maid Watch.
And I gotta admit, it's probably pretty accurate, but it's also really fucking disheartening to see our main characters, guys, suck at picking up women.
Oh, they were so bad. That was hilarious, though. They're in high school. They don't know shit.
It's hilarious, but god damn it, man. Succeed, Ryuichi. Stop sucking so bad.
You were a track star, man. You gotta have some game.
Word. Okay, so I guess we gotta talk about the fireworks thing. Persona 5 for this game, I noticed for like a lot of their big things, also Haru is seen in the fireworks. Even though she's not introduced yet in the story. I like the fact that they show Haru in bits of like cutscenes and stuff, even though she's not playable. It makes her feel more part of the story.
Yeah. Helps with the world building a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree. Yes. Don't smirk at me.
What scene were we talking about?
The fireworks thing. It's kind of like symbolic for, well, not symbolic, but I don't want to go that deep with it. But like the fact that it ends in like kind of like a rain thing and like they kind of get kind of soaked. And
I didn't
kind of
understand why that scene was animated, honestly.
Well, hey, because it's the fireworks moment, dude. You've got to animate the fireworks,
No, you don't.
even though it comes rained out.
I like how Yusuke was the only one who was.
Also, that gives us like the best cutscene in the game. When Yusuke tells off those girls, the only time women finally give Ryuji and Joker the respect that they deserve.
He's like, fuck off.
He's like, fuck you hoes. And I'm like, damn it, Yusuke, you're hilarious, but stop cock blocking me.
I would have been so fucking mad.
Also, I gotta love the fact that, by the way, when I was playing that, I kept it coy because I had I was very suspicious about the fact that Makoto and Ann were going to come out the corner and just been spying on us the entire time.
Yeah.
Because there's no way girls are approaching us like that. As a matter of fact, I definitely think Ann and Makoto sent them over here. And then they just like fucking lecture Ryuji.
I was like, oh damn, those girls really were fiending after us. That's like every guy's like sad moment. It's like, damn.
Damn, that's when you get that silent tear rolling.
Don't think about it too much.
Don't do that. You can't say. No, I gotta admit, that was actually not bad. That's probably the best you've ever done before in your life. What the fuck? Why are you doing it better when we're recording a fucking podcast than when you record your music?
Yo, you're so mean, dude. Check out my SoundCloud, dude.
Oh no, no, no! Don't even think about it. Don't even. Spoiler alert! It's worse than Chance's album,
Ooh, that's just hard. That was mean, dude.
but accurate. Anyways,
Chances of.
no, we're not talking about that.
Anyway,
I don't
The
care if he
fireworks.
threatened to kill himself.
I like
And
the
he
little
didn't-
scenes that they have. Like
He did actually not threaten to kill himself. I want to clarify that so you can't cancel me later, assholes.
Anyway, I like the fireworks scene. It was nice. It was like just random and just kind of like makes you just think about those happy moments in life, dude. That they don't really get.
That they don't really get.
They get like snippets here and there, like we're happy, and then we're like, okay, back to this grind about
Then
depressing
somebody
shit.
else is like fucking their life. What time are we at?
53.
We're halfway through. Anyways. So I guess after that we gotta talk about, oh yeah, the fucking school trip. I will say this right now, bold prediction on my part, even though we should probably leave this for R. The school trip will be greatly expanded upon in Persona 5. Persona 5 very much has things where it looks like things were rushed. The school trip was definitely one of them. Apparently in other Persona games, the school trips are definitely more expanded upon. And the fact that that one being as short as it was, and I wouldn't say inconsequential, but
I feel like
they could have done so much more with it.
I feel like they could have put a palace in that school trip.
And the trailers confirmed that they're not going to do that. That's too much.
That would be
But the fact
hilarious.
that they showed a new scene in Hawaii shows that I'm right. So I wish I could have said this earlier, but I still think there will even be more than that for Persona 5. And I guess that's the real official introduction into Haru.
Yeah, that's the first time they actually have a conversation with Haru, right?
Yeah, because she's one of the third year who's volunteers to go in place of the teachers as chaperones.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, the fact that they show no rampant debauchery of literally being more or less being chaperoned by their peers, I'm not rolling Japan. I know you guys are great and have like no crime there, but I'm not rolling.
Like, wait, what? They're just like 3 years younger than these guys.
No, what's it called? Oh, and we have the moment where Mishima literally blows up the bathroom after that. That was great.
That was so random. What? Did he eat something weird?
He drank the water.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing you're not supposed to do, overseen. But one thing I did like of that was, Anne gives Ryuji into a trap question, which I enjoyed. I thought that was funny. And the opera. What I didn't like was the fact of when you
I don't
ask
like the fact that when they ask you who you want to room with, you're not left with a choice but to room with Mishima. I'm like, I don't like this man at this point in the game.
No, you like Mishima at that point. in
No.
the game. Yes.
He's so mad annoying, dude. And he's such a bitch.
He's corrupted at that point, dude. At that point, he's starting to obsess over his Phantom Thief things because of his
That's all.
his
that's
lack
all-
of self-worth complex.
I don't care.
You're fucked up, dude. You're fucked up.
He needs to stop obsessing over me.
He's not obsessing over you. He's obsessing over his website.
But just about me.
No, it's first of all, just because you're the leader does not mean it's all about
It's
you.
all about me.
Oh, is that why when you die, you're not? Everybody else dies. You hated that mechanic.
I do hate that mechanic, so if that mechanic exists in the game, it better all about me. Be all about me.
Be all about me.
Just be
See
all
you
about
slurring your words there, buddy. We have been drinking. I'm not gonna lie. I wish anyway.
some of this.
Meeman, we're not currently allowed to drink at the current premises we are recording. So expect some more lit podcasts in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna be off that. What's a discreet name for this? What's a good street name for the thing I'm talking about? Don't give any descriptors because it's going to be really obvious.
Poison?
What the fuck? Ignore him. Anyways. Go back to the mic. Alright, back to Mishima. We refreshed on our vices. We got more water. We're ready to finish this pod. Back to Mishima.
Yet? We're not done yet?
No, we're not done yet. We're not even like halfway done.
I hate you.
It's not my fault.
I blame you. You're
3 hour
the host.
3 hour pods. It's life, dude. Anyways,
No one wants to listen to us for 3 hours.
fam, you don't understand how entertaining I am, dude. That's how good I am.
Whatever you say, Robert.
Shush, I know no one's listening, man. Just let me feel good, alright?
No. Shut the fuck up. No one wants
Just
to make
because
you feel
I'm
good.
not bullied at home doesn't mean you have to take out it on me, okay?
You've gone too far.
You brought my personal life into the pod.
Okay, Mishima.
Back to Mishima now.
Yeah, fuck that dude, man. He's so annoying during the trip.
You don't even feel a little bit bad for him that he had the shits?
Is it bad that I felt good when he got the shits? I was like, yes. He's be gone for a while.
Also, I do like the fact that like Ryuji and Anne's like roommate, their roommates are pretty much getting it on. It's like, if I had alcohol in my hands, I'd toast to that. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the beach trip. We get introduced to Haru, the girl with the green thumb, and then we get the Big Bang Burger plot, which is it's the lead up to the lead. Well, it's a really good lead up to what the.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of some bad decisions, ladies and gentlemen, how about number one? When you're doing anything with your laptop, make sure it's fucking charged.
It was charged, man.
And second of all, whenever you're working with files and with a low battery laptop, fucking save them. Anything you would like to say, co-host, who also almost sprayed his entire sound system and new laptop with water? Anything like to comment? Anything would you like to add?
Be careful.
This is why I'm going to murder my co-host. If Meeman ever dies and it wasn't me, I'm going to feel really bad.
That's the only way I want to go out.
By the way, my thing's not going to be painless. You're going to suffer like I've suffered throughout the years.
You don't understand. I'm weak-willed. I'll die fast.
I've been waiting for it the entire time. What do you think these cuts came from? Anyways, what the fuck were we talking about?
Mishima.
No, we just finished. We talked about the girl with the. Oh yeah, I was talking about the fact that it was a good lead up to the overarching plot of that. That's where things really get crystallized because Akechi murders Haru's dad at the end of this story. After we just save him.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of the where the Phantom Thieves reach over. I think the most you can do is like 92% popularity at that point. And, like for the maximum you can at that game if you do all the requests and stuff possible in the game, or like maybe 94 or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And that's when the fall commences. That's when your popularity goes lower and lower until literally the final boss. You will never see it spike up again.
Well, it does spike up once when you're like fighting the final boss.
That's what I'm saying. It'll spike up at that moment, but it doesn't go up ever again.
Yeah, it never goes up again. It makes you feel sad every time you hit the loading scene.
It sucks.
Like, all my hard work and effort is gone.
Okay. Also, I guess we got to talk about the. Well, we kind of talked about this, so we'll be a little bit brief on it, but. I hope to God you're gonna edit that out. Anyways, continuing. We won't talk about that. We gotta talk about the Morgana leaves the team plot again, a little bit.
Do we have to?
I don't know if we covered. Did we cover it last episode?
Yeah, I think we did. It was really annoying.
It wasn't
Felt
built up.
force.
Yeah, we did. We took it. It was felt force. Yada yada yada. Let's get over that. All right. What do you think of when Morgana rejoins the team and Haru's introduction?
You know, as much as I miss Morgana, I'm really petty. I'm like, no, you left. Stay left.
Although I will say this though, I never really use Morgana much, but goddamn, once she gets like, once he gets the
Can we talk about how confusing his name is?
Mona, yeah,
Mona Morgana.
we're not talking about this.
Why do you have girl names?
We're not talking. He might be. I don't. We're not talking about this. When he gets his A, his full restore power, and B, full healing power, like team healing, and full res.
Yeah.
He's really useful.
Very useful.
But before then, he's
pretty useless.
I gotta admit, the fact that Mona's like your first technical team member, I've said that at least like 5 times. Oh, Anna's your first party member. No, Ryuji's your first party member. Morgana being your first party member. So I mentioned ghosts, but Mima, do you believe in ghosts? You know, complete sidebar here.
Yeah.
Do you actually? Or are you saying that for content reasons?
I believe in ghosts, man. Some freaky shit be happening.
Really? I don't believe in ghosts.
I believe that they might be ghosts, but they don't have the powers that.
What abilities do you think a ghost has? Also, how many ghosts do you think? Like, do you think we die, we become ghosts, or do you think that certain people have certain attachments to the world, so
I
they
feel
become
like
ghosts?
it's attachments. You become
Okay.
Ghosts.
Do you think ghosts are? Do you think they can possess people?
No.
No. You think they're just forced to live out their days here until they become unattached, which is eternity?
I think the best instance of me seeing a ghost.
Wait, you saw a ghost? Why have you not mentioned this?
No, not seeing a ghost, but in like a comic or a book.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, it was
Hater. Anyways, continue.
I think it was Circuit the Freak.
What the fuck is that?
I think it's a book. I don't know if I said the name right, but it is a book by Darren Shan, and he just had him like basically in like purgatory type shit, except for like 10,000 years, and he comes back.
What a dick. Anyways.
Like, I feel like that's how it's like to be a ghost. Time just moves, and you don't really notice. You have no perception of time.
Taking down what's the equivalent of probably McDonald's CEO felt very satisfying, and it felt like really uplifting. And the fact that that coincides with your sharp downturn that you don't get to come back from ever, because guess what? The Phantom Thieves are dispersed after you have this great awakening moment. It's really well done. Also, the execution of Haru's dad is also really good.
That was kind of sad, dude. It's sad because Joker said nothing will happen. Everyone reassured Haru, her dad won't die.
And then they die while they're at Disneyland.
Dies.
While they're at Disneyland. While she rented out the park.
Yeah, afterwards it was like, God, I thought we were friends. Y'all lied to me. I'm so mad at Haru for not taking that personally.
Well, to be fair, what's it called? She knows from first-hand experience from like Yusuke and stuff that something happened. And she does later find out. Well, my thing is the fact of like, I guess it's, I would have liked it if they expounded on it more, but it like the fact that Haru comes back to the team at all is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, she could have blamed herself for her dad dying forever.
Yeah.
And then they want to bring Akechi back into the fold after he murdered his dad.
And
her
she
dad.
has the best line. I'm not gonna forgive you for killing my dad.
I don't know if that's the line, but it's something like that. It's wild, dude. It's fucking wild. If they put an R, which I think they're going to, where you can save Akechi, they better not let him murder Haru's dad again. Fix that shit. Like, have someone else murder Haru's
What if
dad.
they add another villain besides Akechi?
Well, like, what do you mean?
Someone who can enter the metaverse besides Akechi.
That's like a conflict thing? I think that'd be cool. Maybe that... Ooh, maybe like that's the chick that they introduced, and that's
Ooh.
her thing. Ooh,
Like Akeshi's partner.
but
in
see,
crime.
I wouldn't like that either because I wanted her to be the part of my team the entire time. Also, she has a rapier, and it's fucking cool.
Well, it doesn't have to be her. It doesn't have to be a playable character.
Anyways,
Just be a character.
anyways,
So we can have Akeshi and that villain can be the villain.
anyways,
Maybe that's why they give you a nice or mean option with all those Akeshi interactions.
we already talked about all the palaces and shit and everything, but like I really like this part of the story because of how it coalesces to the overall arching plot and themes, and now this is Persona 5 really getting into gear at this point. It
Yeah.
really never, what's it called, like, it really steers into the main story at this point,
Yeah.
and that's great, but I would have just liked it a little bit more of like character growth from Haru, especially because they did that with Futaba. They did that with Futaba with her dungeon, but the fact that it was her dad's dungeon, there's way more they could have done with that. Like, what the
Maybe-
fuck happened to Haru's mom? Just go more into her character and her backstory and her life, especially since she's so late in the game, and you already have attachments with all these other characters you've spent. Because you're probably like at least 60 hours deep at minimum at this point in the game.
60 hours on.
Well, to be fair, I beat the game like the first playthrough. I think it was like
Playing that
89
shit
hours.
on normal next. I want to see how easy that bitch is.
It's pretty easy, dude. Are you gonna New Game Plus it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't even. It's not worth it at that point. If you're gonna normal it, it's too easy.
I just want to get all the trophies now.
Now, this is the only game you're gonna ever platinum
Probably.
until you finally beat Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyways, great. I guess now we gotta talk about the Nijima Palace since we don't really have anything else to talk
The
about.
best palace in the fucking game.
We already talked about that ad nauseum. The way the way it coalesces, I can't say coalesce again. The way it flows into the thing you already know, which is it's a failure. But how that transitioned to that was the plan the entire time was fucking phenomenal.
Actually, yeah, that was great. Especially the parts where it was kind of in the air, convincing Nijima to show Akeshi the phone.
Oh yeah, and the fact that, by the way, this great brilliant plan has to do with the fact of, guess what? If Joker doesn't remember this, he's fucking gonna die. Holy shit! Talk about a fucking risk. But Joker, like all good silent protagonists, is gonna shut up and play his part.
Basically. And the fact that they remembered pancakes.
That was only a Muna thing. Also, the fact of like that Futaba, I knew there was something up when she did this. I didn't know what it was gonna lead to. But before like you take on the Nijima's palace, that she grabs Akeshi's phone.
They give Futaba a task right before they do anything. And I was like, what the task is? They kind of left you on a cliffhanger there.
Yeah, but they did that way before like the palace though. Like way before that cutscene is what I'm saying. Like that was probably like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, but it was like really annoying to me. I was like, what is she doing? What is she researching? I got to know.
Oh yeah. Also, we
It
got
was a good setup. That's
Also,
what I'm saying. It was a good setup.
guess what? I just realized another event we forgot to talk about.
What?
Akechi.
Akechi attending the school thing.
Well, that's their cultural festival? Question mark. Yeah, that's their cultural festival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they don't have a sports festival from this game, but guess what? Akechi coming in like a boss and blackmailing the entire Phantom Thieves, being like, "Yeah, this shit is done." And guess what? I know it's all of you, and it's like fucking Ryuji again.
I got pictures this time.
Yeah. Also, by the way, how the fuck does that work? Like he
Takes pictures of them.
how did they
disappearing.
not? See, here's the thing. Like they were pretty much like dead ahead. How did nobody notice? Holy shit, that's a Kejigoro like right in front of us. Like, and he's like a famous detective. Wouldn't he be mobbed?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. I'm not questioning it. Don't.
Yeah. To be fair, it wasn't necessarily him taking the photos. But like, how did they know they were gonna transform there? there's a lot of questions that need to be answered here.
Yes.
Also, by the way, who did you get for the cultural festival like scene?
What do you mean?
You can. Basically, what happens is like for the Shujin thing, like the guy will be like, "Yo, and you," and he'll ask you questions like, "Who do you like?" and stuff, and everything,
Oh.
right? Yeah, that scene. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Who'd you get? Because you can have a choice.
I just got the Joker.
No, you can't go up there yourself. It's got to be a party member.
Oh, I put Makoto up there.
Oh, you put Makoto up there? Oh, I put Anne.
Yeah.
I think I put Haru the second time.
Oh, I guess I didn't really notice the change because she was hosting it in the first place, and I put her up there anyway.
No, because at that point it's a guy who's doing it. Like I don't remember his voice, but he's like, "Hey, it's time for the annual Shujin
Yeah, I put Makoto
reveal."
up there.
Put Makoto, put Anne, and then put Haru. You can put Kawakami and stuff. I think on like New Game Plus.
Oh, true.
Yeah. And like other people like that you haven't had in the school and shit. I guess we gotta talk about a catchy story now.
Do we have to?
What?
I frankly don't care.
You don't.
about that
You
man.
Akechi? Who do you care about, man? You were just saying I wasn't ready for him to die, and then it's like I don't care about his story. Fuck that. Pick one. Pick a
I'm
side.
trying to deflect. He hurt me. He hurt me good.
I can't with you. Akechi, I think I said this is a good mirror for the protagonist to have too. I like his backstory a lot. I would have liked probably have gotten it right before he croaks by himself. But it's cool that Akechi kind of redeems himself, and hopefully we get to redeem him in R. Also, I thought it was kind of classy the fact that like they don't show the murder.
Yeah. They don't show any of the murders, I think.
Yes, they do. They show Haru's dad getting fucking bullet right between his eyes, and then fading.
They did.
Yeah. Remember,
thought
like Akechi comes from the back, shoots him in the back of the head, and you can see him fading.
Oh. I just didn't catch that.
Also,
I was too busy celebrating defeating that boss.
Also, they show Kabayakawa die and the DUI director die. They even put a cutscene for Kabayakawa for some reason.
The Kabayakawa is the
Principal.
principal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I thought that was completely unnecessary.
But it's like, yeah, we still got the edge though.
Yeah, we're willing to kill people that are not important to the story right now.
Hey man, they almost killed Ryuji, okay? You gotta give them credit.
I wish they did.
Shut up. You would have been so sad if Ryuji died. You would have been like, I take every bad thing I put about him.
Not at all. He was mad annoying. I got kind of sad when Mona died, though. I was like, no. Please don't tell me to go to sleep now.
We'll talk about that in a second. So after that, we got the Shido Palace, who he's a really good fake out final boss. I really thought the story was done when I beat
I really
him.
thought the story was done, too. I wish the story was done at that point.
And I lied to you saying that the story was done, that Shido was the final boss.
I hate you.
Shido is a worthy final boss, and we talked about that, but holy shit. His palace, his fucking forms.
Just like his whole, like, arc in general. Like,
And I would
you're
talk-
fighting the Prime Minister. Like, how much higher do you need to go?
Exactly.
No, we gotta go fight gods now.
Persona 5 is always good for a god fight. Any JRPG, look at Final Fantasy. They're like, gods are bad. Stop it. Anyways, I would get into like more of like Shido's and the Joker's connection, but like the fucking game hammers home like a million times. Yo, man, it's like you guys were connected by fate or something. And I'm like, all right, I get it.
Calm the fuck down.
I really wish they didn't do that so many times.
Yeah.
And then now we've got Mementos.
Okay. If y'all don't finish Mementos before you get to this point, it's gonna be a drag.
You're supposed to be finishing. Oh, I think don't you technically have to?
Not really if you don't do side quests.
Don't you have to do the second, technically last side quest? Well, technically you don't have to do any side quests except the ones that unlock floors.
Yeah.
How you didn't do those?
I didn't. I didn't get to the part where
I will say like that penis demon one, the very last one. That dude one is fucking annoying. It was so gratifying to beat him.
you
to
called
curb
him the
stop.
penis demon too.
He's a penis on chariot, dude. It's what he is. Okay.
Yeah, that's. I'm like, yo, this is. How'd they get away with this?
Because in Japan they're not allowed to draw actual genitals, but that's okay. Anyway, that's how they get around it. Anyways,
It would have been funny if it was just pixelated.
first of all, and the fact that I what the fuck?
Oh, that dude was so hard to fight, dude.
The fact it was so satisfying to curb stomp him on the second playthrough. It was probably almost as good as no, honestly that feeling felt better than beating Shido. Maybe not the final boss. But
Yeah, the difficulty spike after Cheeto is pretty great.
yeah, you better have a awesome stock of personas at that point, or ready to make an awesome stock because you're
Oh.
in for the long haul.
And stock on SP items. It's just stock on them.
Or just do the Reaper trick and be at max level, and you're pretty good.
The Reaper trick.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we can talk about that. Basically, if there's how you can fight this enemy called the Reaper. I guess is the only time we'll talk about it since
Yeah.
we didn't talk about it last time. The Reaper basically he's like a super boss, I guess.
He
to say.
appears like.
He
when
appears
stand
if you stand
for 2
still for like
minutes.
about a minute,
It's 2
he'll
minutes.
appear, and he will fuck your shit up.
Yeah, I ran away.
I think the recommended level just to start to try to beat him is 70 something, maybe 65. I actually think it might be higher. I think it might be 80 or something.
I didn't even get
I don't
close to
remember.
that. I was like 70.
I didn't even try to fight him until I maxed out my entire team to fight him, like organically. But if you fight him on the day of the flu, what's it called? And you don't do anything, and if you catch him while he's inflicted with despair, after like 2 turns, he dies instantly. And he can't inflict any attacks on you. They will all fail. 100% of the time.
Ooh.
So that's how you grind the fuck out of experience and money.
Nice.
That's how you shoot up in levels. That's why I got to level 99 so easy.
True.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
You're terrible, though. Can you fight him multiple times in the same day?
Yeah. I would recommend though, as soon as you find him on one floor, go to a different one. That's because I couldn't find him again after I fought him on a floor. So
You just have to stand there, too.
yeah, so just go to a different floor. Do that. Sometimes I would notice though that he wouldn't appear on the floor, so I would just go to a different one and then just chill, and then eventually he would show up. But the annoying thing is, if you go to him on a flu day, he's not always inflicted with despair. It's a chance, a probability. It's a high probability, but it's a probability nonetheless.
It's a runaway.
That it depends on what level you are. If you get to like 88, you can probably beat him, but it's gonna be a fight. I didn't really have a chance of losing at 99, but it was like he still took some hits. Like he was at that point like a regular enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that at 99, and also I had badass personas.
Damn.
So he might be harder than I'm giving him credit for. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you're gonna do the super boss of the twins, fucking get Sentinile, for God's sakes, just for your own sanity. That is all. Or if you just want to be a cheap bitch, fight them on easy. You'll still get the trophy. That boss has no benefits. They're like fuck your new game plus shit.
Why do you even fight him? I don't understand.
It's a plot thing that I won't spoil it for you, but it has to do with like them finding more about themselves, and you fight them because they promise to tell you an embarrassing secret about themselves. That's all you get out of it. Oh, and you get like you get some accessories and like rewards too.
Nice.
I mean, they're not useful at that point. If you can beat the twins, you can beat anything in the game. Also, what's it called? What happens, what you lose, is also very demoralizing and kind of embarrassing. Even though it's really stylish, but it's also like goddamn. People who have fought the twins know what I'm talking about. I won't tell you, Meeman, because you probably are going to do that on the second playthrough.
Easy. Dude, once you play the game on hard, you're just like, I never want to do that again.
But by the way, if any of you have ever played the game on Merciless, please let me know how it was in the comments. And did you cut your dick off in frustration? Anyways, back to Mementos. The fact that this game transitioned to like dude, Persona 5 is so like on point in terms of like they really, what's the word I'm looking for here? They really captured like the spirit of the moment, I guess, in a way. Like, and they developed this years down the line, but like of like this defeatist attitude and like I just want to give up, da da da. Like it's easier to give in, da 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 da.
Yeah,
The masses and everything. I
Yeah.
love that, dude. Like the fact, like
it really plays on society. I like it.
Persona 5 could have just literally been a conflict between you and Shido that was a wrong that you righted, and it would have been a phenomenal game. It really takes it to the next level once it becomes this societal dive of like of have to do with politics, politicians.
Just
What's
like how people think in general.
the role of citizenry, how we think, how we interact with others, and how to change the world. And you know, Persona 5 kind of cops out in a way because you're literally defeating the embodiment of people's desires. And like you can't physically do that. There is no metaverse or whatever. But it gives the right message of like, you know, take control of your own world and stuff. And I love that.
It's great.
It's honestly I really don't think we did the story here justice, and because we kind of like lazily tackled over these things. But it's really fucking engaging and rapping. Like a lot of what makes Persona 5 stories so great is just like the snappy dialogue that you read and like listen to.
Yeah. I mean, it's just good writing overall.
For the most part, there's just phenomenal writing in this game. And I gotta give a shout out here. Phenomenal translation work. You youngins probably don't remember this, but most Japanese games weren't translated well for a long time. Especially ones that didn't come. Also, Persona 5 is kind of a weird game in the fact that it's one of the few games that where it comes out in Japan and doesn't come out in the US a month later. That used to be the standard. Thankfully, we went away from that.
Finally, Derek, realizing that we like their games.
Yeah, but Persona 5 Or is still not coming out in the same time in the US as it is in Japan.
Please.
Doesn't matter. I can wait.
At least
I can
it'll
wait.
come, it'll come.
I can wait. Take all the time you need, Atlas, for
Just
the
make
Americans.
it better.
Give me more content. It's fucked up that I'm buying a full price game that I already own again, even though it only has. Well, to be fair, there's probably way more content in it, but well, I think
I'll
they're.
gladly do it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's worth. I'm giving Atlas my $60.
I don't care. Don't care at all.
So I guess
Mona's death.
Oh, I was gonna kind of post over that. I really thought Mona died.
I
I
really did too.
honestly. It was really. Oh, first of all, I realized we didn't even talk about like these awesome scenes. All right, first of all, the first awesome scene that you didn't really get to fully appreciate is that if you've confidented everybody in the game, you get like a small little cut like dialogue text scenes where like they start to slowly interact with other people you've connected and they're cheering you on, and you only get like a few of them if you've only like reached max confidant level with a couple of them.
Yeah. I got the few.
And so you only get their individual segments, but when it all connects together, and with like Mishima leading the charge,
Fuck Mishima.
and everything, convincing people to believe in you, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And you have what's actually the best scene in the game, of joke.
And the fact that everybody at your party was getting wrecked before.
Oh,
this.
dude, it was bad, dude. Like, it has another fail, like, you die instantly thing, and everything. And it's like, also, by the way, I will mention at that point of my first playthrough, I was like, is Persona 5's final ending just gonna be, yeah, life is pointless, we can't do anything? Because I'm fucking at my wit's end here. Like, I can't do any more than this. This guy's fucking hard.
Right?
Yeah. And then you have, like, the Mona speech and stuff where, like, oh, hey, we're not gonna give in and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that you reach the individual scenes and then come together, and then you finally reach 100% belief.
Yeah. That was cool. I like that scene a lot.
Yeah. And what's the name of Joker's original persona?
Arsenal.
No, Arsene. Thank you. Arsene turns into Sentinel. the demon god.
Oh yeah, that was
A, that
So-
was fucking sick. B, I'm kind of sad that he doesn't have that actual plot move when you actually unlock him. But that scene, all in general, is just... It's just done perfectly. I don't think they could have improved on it any better. It works. It just does that. And then you have...
Joker's one line in the whole.
It's not his one line. He talks earlier. He just doesn't talk enough. Hopefully,
but
he'll talk more in
This
R.
was him center stage.
Yeah.
Him talking. He says one word and it's great. I won't spoil it.
Yeah, oh yeah, that I haven't said like 5 million. Be gone, be gone. I'm not spoiling it. Be gone, be gone, be gone.
They couldn't correlate that, but now that you have, okay. He says "be
Oh.
gone," and that was just great.
Damn, man, it went over their heads, but I just fucked it up. I rap geniused it.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man. Anyways, Mona's death, fake out. Okay, yeah. He died. We think he dies, but then he comes back permanently as a cat.
He
Also-
disappears. He fucking disappears. Yeah, he's
Oh,
dead.
and the reason he didn't come back because he was embarrassed
He was
after what he said.
he said a goodbye. That was so great. He was
Okay.
like, "It would have been awkward if I came back." Bitch, we thought you were dead.
Oh, and then Ryuji and him reconcile. It's great. But to me, what was the most honestly impactful scene in the game was yeah, I would even say even more than like Shiho's death in a way, just because of like what you've been doing. But it's when like Sainijima's like, yeah, you say society, but in order to get Shido and everybody else locked away, I need you to provide testimony, and I can guarantee you your teammates won't get caught, but you have to give yourself in to the government. And I'm like, fuck.
That's what we were trying to avoid for like the past 3 palaces.
And it's worse because like I'm a week away from retirement. Like I only have so many more days to go before like my probation's over. Yeah, it sucks. And then it happens, and then it's like, honestly, honest to God, when that happens, and then your teammates find out, I really thought, like, they were gonna try, they were gonna fail, and then credits end. And to be honest, kind of wish that was a possibility as an ending,
No, but
because I think that would be really impactful. Yeah, you save society, but there's consequences. But I also really love the happy ending that they gave you instead.
the happy ending was way more satisfying.
Well, it's because it's even better again, because you remember how you have those scenes of like where Mishima's like telling you people to sign this petition and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? You also have scenes like that for every confidant in the game that you hit rank 10. Like you have Kawakami, for instance. She's talking to like the entire faculty of like
Oh yeah, I saw
giving that recommendation and
I think
stuff.
the doctor was talking to some of the patients.
Yeah, of like basically like, hey, do you know this dude? Da, 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 da.
Yoshida was talking to.
Honestly, the best one to me, it was like I was gonna say Igor. What's the weapon shop? Iwami, right? Or Iwai, that's his name. Yeah. He pretty much talks to like Yakuza thugs, and he's like, "Hey, I know this dude in here. Nobody touches him."
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, dude, that was like one of the best things. Like, cause
Yeah.
Iwai, and I was like, "Dang, I really fuck with Iwai. Let me say goodbye to him." Cause honestly, that's the only one that fucking helps. I'm in the joint. I'm eating the shitty food. I'm scared of being raped.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, sign my petition. No, fuck you. Save me. Rescue me. Iwai's the only one holding it down in the streets.
Damn.
Honestly, Iwai ranked in my number. Like he was like my favorite confidant after that for like 2 minutes. I was like, damn, I fuck with you, Iwai. There's other good ones too. Like Chihaz is kind of soft. I can't think of anybody else's. Actually, I know Iwai's was definitely the best. I think about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen any like the rest of them like on YouTube?
Nah, I haven't watched them. I've seen Yoshida's Kamikawi.
Oh yeah. I saw Yoshida's is Yoshida's. Like he's like
it's boring. Yeah.
no, like he's talking to the press at least. That helps. Like I know I set the bar really high with EYs and everything.
He not saving me in prison though.
He's not looking out for me, and the fact that EY never tells you this, by the way. Well, to be fair, the game's like over, but
Yeah.
then I guess on that note, we can talk about Sai Nijima pretty much saying like, your friends have tracked down like the assailant. She gave another affidavit saying like, yeah, I lied because Shido pressured me. Da 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 da. This guy didn't do anything. Da 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 da. And reverse your conviction. You have a free record now.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. And then like you have the big celebration party, and then you have I guess we'll talk about like the final scenes now, individually. You have the. I have very many questions about this. Number one, why am I going back to my old school?
I don't understand that part.
Well, I get my parents, but like honestly, you guys fucking shipped me out. Fuck you guys. I don't know what the culture is like over there, so I can't say that. But yo, like y'all didn't visit once.
Yeah.
Like come on.
Maybe they'll do that in NAR.
I don't know. Honestly, real talk. I don't think
I don't think
they're gonna do that.
But, you know, maybe.
Why am I going back to this place? Also, guess what? I have friends here. Oh yeah, and I don't even know if like I had friends back there. I'm sure I did, but guess what? None of them texted me either.
None of them came to visit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why am I going back there? That's one thing Ryuji mentions, and I'm like, yeah, why am I going back there? Fuck my parents.
It was funny how...
Especially since he's in high school for one more year.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, honestly.
Whatever.
But one of my favorite scenes was when you were getting in the car and Momo steals the plug from...
Oh, okay, that makes no sense because they never show how.
I don't know.
How did that happen?
But it's hilarious.
No, it's definitely funny. I was laughing. Makoto was driving and everything. And the fact of like just like the imagery of like of the main theme playing and then like you
and y'all just chilling in the car.
Well, in the van and stuff, like they're driving you there, but you're going back to the beach for a day just to hang out with your buddies one last time. Mm-hmm. But like with you, your head out of the van, like dude, like so much of this game is the encapsulation of like freedom, and like that was just great. That's exactly how this game should have ended.
Yeah, it was great.
Should we talk about the bad endings now?
I never saw any of the bad endings.
Oh, you never saw? Well, there's technically only like two. There's only like the one other one. Technically, there's multiple bad endings where it's like you didn't like do the palace or whatever.
I don't consider those endings.
Yeah.
Unless you retry.
Yeah, but the other one, it's where you make that
choice with Igor.
with fake Igor. And basically he's like, he does that, right? And so you do it, and you realize you're back in your room, or not back in your room, but you're back at Sojiro's coffee place in like the business establishment part. Mm-hmm. You have coffee. Well, no, you're not there, but like the news broadcast thing is going on, and they're like da 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 da. Police are baffled, but once again, the Phantom Thieves are like the only people able to like catch these high-profile criminals or whatever. And then you have the main character looking at like the big screen that they have it on that, and he looks at it, looks away, and does like the evil like grin thing. Where he does that classic anime, points his glasses, and he's just like, and that's how like the ending ends.
That's so not satisfying at all.
Well, basically, what he was promised was he got eternity of him being celebrated as a Phantom Thief, and that was his choice.
I see. So, all right.
So I guess now we get to hear Meeman's exclusive reactions to Persona 5 R's trailers. Oof. Hold on for 1 second. I just got text.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna talk into your mic then, because I'm gonna watch this with you at the same time.
Limbo bitch. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk over it. We're editing this out, by the way.
I like how you say that, but do you really think I'm going to?
Yeah, if you want me to edit it, get your cat off the fucking way. Oh my god. Alright. I should have probably brought my headphones.
Just grab them.
No, they're too far. I gotta leap over again. Alright, that was a punch. We're back. Can we play this audio? Is this good? Are we gonna get copyrighted for this?
You should know me by now.
It's a trailer, man.
Did you think this would please me?
Look, man. Well,
Being
yeah, two
shown
zero.
mercy.
We have like 2 subscribers. It's not gonna be. It's
I
gonna be
don't
alright.
want your pity. Are you really this spineless?
Look at the trailer. You're gonna miss it. Stop worrying about Marshall.
I'm responsible for crushing that dream.
Okay.
Oh, this is the E3 trailer, by the way, guys. We should be talking right now, right? Shouldn't we be talking about this? We should be having dead air.
I don't know. 3D animation will never
Remember
look
there
as
being
good as this.
somebody.
You're a
I
hater.
think somewhere in Kichijoji.
Why don't we go check it out? Let's look around.
Oh, this is a new
Wait,
area.
so you're saying
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
premonition
Oh.
can be rewritten? Is that even possible?
What the?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Look how fucking good this is. I'm telling you, this game is gonna be like 60 hours longer.
Wait, what?
Don't you think she's acting strange?
Thanks for taking my counseling
Wait,
into
who's
consideration.
this?
Guess what? You know what should have been in the game? A counselor to deal with mental health after this happened.
Oh
Have we
yeah.
tailed? Senpai,
What the?
are you
Is
still
that
planning to
Futaba?
continue on
No,
as
that's the Big Bang
Phantom
Burger
Menace?
place.
I would think
Guess
you'd want to
Futaba
steer
looks like she
clear
has
of
an ultimate
situations
now.
like this. So you're out like the trash if you don't show
Wait, what?
results.
Yeah, is that like a team attack? I don't know if that's a new
We
gameplay
should be able
mechanic.
to prevent the worst case
That looks like an
scenario if we keep
sports
up our
festival.
Oh, what
efforts.
is this?
It looks like a sports festival thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Is she
We're
a new
all
confidant?
capable of changing
Is she a new
ourselves.
party member?
She's
We
definitely a
just
new party
believe.
member.
Let's make it a guy thing. Don't go telling Honor Makoto, all right? Especially
Ooh,
Makoto. If she
Aquarium.
finds out I partied right after tanking my finals,
Yo,
shit.
that sounds lit, dude.
Penguin sniper. Ooh.
Oh,
Look at the new character profiles too, man. It looks awesome.
All those people cheering before. It's
What is
like a
this?
team
Yeah, I don't know. What is
somehow.
all these
How
attacks?
could they be like this?
See, she's a party member.
fled from
Wait. Is that five? Wait, rewind that. Hold on, rewind
There's
that.
no
Rewind that. Does that
justice
mean
in granting
did they
people's
add a
wishes.
fifth party member?
I fled from the truth.
Go a little further back.
They be like this.
No, it's still four. It's still four. It's still
I
four.
fled from the truth.
I was about to get high.
I'm sorry.
There's no justice in granting people's wishes
What the
as
heck
you
is
see
happening
fit.
this?
I'll be the
I
one
really
to
like her
decide
design,
what's
dude.
right
I
for
do
me.
too.
I won't ditch everyone else to save my own ass.
Such is the code of the
Wait,
Phantom
he's
Thieves.
on a helicopter. How? Is that from like the palace?
Oh, I guess
Is that how they get away? Is that how he might get away in like the new one?
in Kaneshiro.
No. In Sainijima. If you look at that when he's over the city.
Oh, true.
Like, we'll rewind this again. Oh my god.
Save my own ass.
See what I'm
Such
saying?
is the code of the
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All right, and this is this shit. I don't know if this shit's official or not, but this shit looks like it has new shit in here. So
Play it. That's completely different.
well, just by the opening alone. But you know how some people can make
僕た
trailers?
ちはいつも
Oh
自
shit,
分が
this is
誰な
Japanese
の
as
かを
fuck.
探してる
Can you speak it?
Yeah,
ずっと閉じていた
definitely.
扉が
What are
開
they
いた
saying,
ね
dude?
Some about Persona
お
5.
兄さんのおかげでしょ
I got what that one said. What the fuck?
Well, what is that? Oh, I guess that's her awakening.
No, I don't think so. I hope not. That looks like
Sailor Moon as fuck.
yeah. Doesn't that kind of look like Loki?
ちょうど怪盗団の戦力アップが必要だと思ってたんだ。悪くない取引なんじゃないか。
三島君、学校の
Okay, so it looks like they're adding an athletic
見せて
festival.
くれたの。も
Looks
し
like
かして
it.
吉沢さんのことなのかな。この雰囲気パレスなのか。
Oh, what is this?
That's a new palace. Dude, doesn't that not look awesome?
That looks so good.
Whoa! What the heck's going on with their designs for their personas? Did you see that? Go rewind that. Put that shit back. No, further back. Look at her bike. It doesn't look anything like that. Look at Anne.
Oh, they're changing some designs.
For Carmen and Johanna.
構造だけじゃなく
Oh, what the heck's going on with Mementos?
New places.
What the fuck is that?
that?
ご指摘ありがとう。
What the
Is
fuck?
that another party?
じゃない。
Why does he have a Naruto headband? That's goggles.
いや、そこは迷うだろう。普通に。
Dude, oh my. I told you this game was gonna be 80 hours longer with this.
Oh my gosh. What?
There's traps now? What?
No. They're changing the bosses up too?
Look at these. These are new enemies.
Yeah.
残ったのは人々を救いたいって執念だけ。
Wait, are we fighting her?
苦しむ
なんだよ。
Oh, this is the fireworks thing.
消えやがって。
Wait, 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 wait.
冗談でもひどいよ。
Oh, that's when Joker's.
逃げて逃げて。あなたにすがって。でも本当はずっと分かってた。私じゃダメなんです。誰も成し遂げたことのない世直しだものね。
君が迷う
This is when these are scenes from Joker off.
裏切りだ。
ここで尻尾巻いて逃げ出したら余計に思うツボだろうがよ。
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
て
What
め
is
え可愛
this?
さで美学を捨てるっつう繰り返しだろうがよ。
New cutscenes too.
This is, by the way, the last trailer I'm ever gonna see for Persona 5 R, because everything else new, I wanted to see it. What the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck?
ずっと考えてたんだ。あいつの言葉が正しいと思ったからなのかもって。
You were right about the blood.
それも僕の選んだ道だ。
それがあなたが決めたこと
I
だと
was
言うなら
even more excited now.
付き合うよ。
まさかここまでとは。
Oh, I'm so glad I'm gonna forget this when this game comes out
I'm
next
so
year.
glad I can't understand anything you're saying.
Do we have a grappling hook now? It looks like that way, right? If it could it not be any... Alright, I guess we gotta talk about this for like 5 more hours now, because holy shit.
No.
This game, I thought it could not... How many... What time are we at? Hour and 45. Oh, we can pod for another 3 hours, Beeman.
Calm the fuck down, man.
Dude, obviously you weren't affected like this like I was. Also, there's another trailer that has... It's pretty much like the first trailer again, only has a couple more new shit. But basically, like, it was stuff like, remember how I told you, like, there's, like, the shit at the beach, where you're at, like, clearly a new beach location?
Gotcha.
Alright, so I guess we gotta talk about what we saw.
Do we have to? I'm just...
Are you trying to sign off right now? Are you trying to disappoint our viewers?
No, I'm just like... it was a lot to take in.
I know, but guess what? We're not talking about Persona 5 again until R comes out. Because, oh yeah, you will not be seeing any more up-to-date shit. I'm going to be... I will be radio silent. I typically don't try to watch trailers and stuff because I want to be,
I like seeing things for the first time in the game.
Well, that and, like, for something I already know I'm going to purchase. Like, for example, Control is a game that I wouldn't buy off rip. But the fact that I saw, like, if you sell me on a trailer and I'm convinced, I don't want to see any more trailers. Like, I understand why the public might, whatever, but if I'm sold, don't show me any more trailers. And I know not everybody gets sold on, like, a trailer or two, but that's just my philosophy. Like, even if I'm excited for a game, I don't want to see more of it. I want to see that in the game.
Yeah.
Surprise me. I don't need
Really?
to... So many games are revealed, like, reveal their entire thing. And see, I would be a little bit... Like, they showed so much in these trailers, but the thing is, I think, like, Persona 5 is a game that
By
can
the
be...
time it comes out, you'll forget.
Persona 5 is a 80 to 100 hour main story game. And to be honest, I'd say $100 honestly like a median kind of thing with how you do side quests and everything.
Yeah.
It's way more closer than that because I got to like 90 something on my playthrough. I think with how much shit they looks like they're adding, I think it could easily be 60 plus hours that they add in content.
Maybe, man.
That's
It
longer.
looks like they're adding like 2 new palaces at least.
They've okay. I should bring this up. Just what they've commented alone. So on this. So Meeman, you say shit while I will look this up. Stall for time, man. Stall for time.
I don't.
Like say what you think. What you just saw.
I'm still processing all this. I'm so excited about that new character. But I'm just like, are they only adding 1 or 2? I don't know.
Like party members?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's it called?
It looks like she is another girl, so you know you can probably romance them. So
Oh, that's actually I have no idea. God damn it.
you can romance all of them, right?
All the females. Yeah, I think you can.
They should add a mechanic where you can romance the guys.
Huh?
Romance the guys.
Oh, that's actually like you would fit right home in that that audience, dude. Like that's a heavy thing.
I just want to see it as an option. You and Yusuke on an awkward date.
What?
You and Yusuke on an awkward ass date.
Fucking weirdo, dude.
You don't think that'd be hilarious? He's like, whoa, I didn't know you felt like this about me. Or you just have the option to get denied.
What's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it will feature an entirely new third semester that they're adding. So they're adding months to the calendar. It used to be just fall and winter, but now we're going summer as well.
Oh.
What's it called? Jesus, man, there's so much shit. Kasumi Yoshizawa is the name of the new female red character.
Gotcha.
And what's it called?
See, I was right. It was Kasumi.
What? Shut up, dude. Anyways, Persona. Fucking shit. This isn't the one I was looking for. But basically, it's adding new confidants. It's adding guaranteed at least. What do you think of the redesigns of the personas?
That was actually crazy. All those things coming out of Anne's persona, just those technical things. I don't know what they were, but
Dude, honestly, the white mementos was fucking jaw-breaking. Holy shit.
yeah, that was weird to see it like clear up like that.
Yeah, that was definitely nuts.
Or maybe that's a palace. I don't know.
Okay.
And what was that bus attack? I don't.
That team attack thing? Yeah, that was kind of nuts.
I don't know. That's just wild to me.
We're getting a new opening and new music. The song "Wake Up, Get Out There" will not be the theme song for Persona 5 Royal. But apparently, it's the song that they're using in the trailer.
It's okay.
No, that song is good, dude.
But it's not as good as.
We gotta let it sit on us. Because it's not fair that this
You're right. I'll tell you what I think about it when I actually play the game.
trying to I guess Jesus, man, I can't what's it called? I'm looking for the thing where it just tells us fucking just looking for the thing where it's like
Well,
basically I can just remember what's off the top of my head. Basically the game can says there's there will be new palaces, so that implies at least 2, which is fucking massive already off rip. They said there will be new you will have I think they say even one more party member that they haven't revealed yet, I think, but they're kind of coy on that. I think they're kind of rushing that a little bit. That's why they haven't put like a fast date, because I think they want to put 2 new party members in. And they've already revealed you one, which who has obviously the most plot significance, and you will have way more new confidants.
What about that kid with the Naruto headband?
I have no idea what the fuck he is, dude.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the fuck he
I
is.
got to know.
If he's like the despair of humanity, I'm going to lose my shit.
You beat him and he becomes a party member.
New party members, new locked doors that were in palaces will now be open. You have a grappling hook. There's team attacks with some characters like.
Locked door. Oh.
Yeah, remember how there were some doors in Persona 5 that were just locked in palaces? There's nothing you could do? Guess what?
They're open now.
Yeah, you have a grappling hook. It's usable in content. Lots of new confidants. Great story events that were already there are getting expanded upon. Basically that sort of shit. And I'm sorry I don't have the list. I can't find it online for whatever reason. But basically, Persona 5 Royal, it very well might be Final Fantasy VII as the greatest RPG ever I've ever played. It's getting really
It's getting there.
It's getting dangerously close. The remake part 1 needs to hurry up and come out. But I also saw screenshots that were they published like earlier this morning, and my god, Midgar looks amazing. See, here's where Persona 5's art style being so unique, and that this is PS4 exclusive, so they can put way more juice into it. It's just like,
so good.
like, it's not just their art; it's their animation, man. It's so stylish.
Yeah.
It's got so much personality. It's crazy.
I don't know what to say. It's just whoever came up with that art style and like.
To me, it's not even so much the art style because it's cel shaded. It's just the director of this. Well, I gotta give it more to the director and the art director in making sure that Persona 5 has such a unique style to it about it. It's so upfront, but it's also like it just amazes you in a way. It's like it's showboaty, but it's not like arrogant about it. It's like, hey, look at me, but not like. Better look at me. I'm the best shit around. But then you go around and you look around and you're like, dang, it's the best shit around.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god.
Fuck. I'm still mind blown from the trailer.
It looks like they're fleshing out a lot of the shit that we had in complaints, like intersectional scenes. It's
a
like
lot of the 3D models look a lot sharper in that trailer too.
also what's it called? It looks like they have more character portraits now. Like you can tell by Ryuji that they've showed alone. Also, it looks like that you know those text messages that you get in the game. Those will get like pictures, and that'll be expanded upon more. It's not just gonna be text like all the time, and maybe like one picture like after 40 hours.
FaceTime.
New updated map. There's more map areas, new hangout spots, yada yada yada. Like
I didn't even unlock.
it's just a
hangout
bigger,
spots.
better,
There's so
more
much.
complete. See, here's the thing. For so many, like, I've looked up game design so much and like what's it called? Just documentaries and everything, especially with AAA stuff, and so much of what they talk about of like a new IP, even though Persona 5 I know is not a new IP, but it kind of falls in with how big their scope I think was, is that, yo, let's just get the bare minimum done and ship. God willing. If it does well, we can include all this other shit in the sequel. That's why I think video game sequels are almost always so like better than the original. Like Infamous 2, like go to anything.
I mean, no, I kind of like the original Infamous better.
Halo, you're wrong. Halo 2, like it goes on and on.
You said
and
I'm wrong.
You're wrong. No, you're objectively wrong.
No, fuck you.
Cole's voice actor is better. The
What?
combat is better. The fucking amp is way better than your fucking fists.
I like my fists.
Also, you get fire and ice power. Like you're just wrong.
No, fuck you.
You're just wrong. Like they're giving you a grappling hook, and it's not the same lame grappling hook that you see in games and stuff. And I always think I'm kind of cool in grappling hooks. This shit looks amazing. Like more shit in palaces. Like I thought they would just be rooms and stuff. Persona 5's like, let's make new areas, and it's like,
Okay, I did ask for this, but okay.
honestly, I literally think Persona 5's main story on the first playthrough for Royal, if you do everything, will probably be 200 hours.
Maybe.
My hot take. Persona 5. See, here's where I don't know why, but it doesn't have the Witcher problem, which is I want to stop playing. There's too much shit.
Well, it doesn't have the Witcher problem because it's not a free roam.
You're right. It is linear.
Yeah.
It's not open world. Well, technically, it is an open world.
It is open world, but it's not free roam. It's not a
Yes.
sandbox.
Yes, it's not a sand. There you go. It's not sandbox. You're right.
You can't do anything you want. You're on a time limit for everything.
You are, dude. Oh, it's so. You hate it, but it's so good. Oh
So
my.
good.
Oh, did I tell you I fished for the big one just to get the trophy? It was satisfying as hell, dude. I kind of want to keep fishing it. Like, I hate fishing mechanics in games, but I'm not gonna lie. 15 and. It's pretty good.
I didn't even know you could fish in that game.
Yeah, I didn't know until you like for the trophy. But it was fun, dude. I kind of got addicted to it, low key. Also, it's also extremely satisfying to hit a home run with the home run thing when you finally get it. I was prepared to spend like hours just save scumming just to get that trophy, because I'm not wasting multiple days on that shit. And then when I got it like on my first go, it was like my third at bat since you get 5 attempts. I was like, oh, by the way, like for everything, make sure you buy the book so you can cheat, and it goes by like super slow and everything. That'll help you so much. But you know, guys, we've been podding for about like 2 hours now. We've, I think, exhausted everything we can say about Persona 5 and the Persona 5 Royal.
Probably not.
No, but here's what I'm saying. We didn't really. We're young at this. It's early. We didn't really do it justice, but we hope you guys entertained. We hope we kept you guys entertained for it, because we can't shut up about that shit, but we definitely will until Royal comes out. And don't get me wrong, there will probably be another episode just about Royal alone and all the additions. Is Persona 5 playing as from point A to point B more cohesive and therefore better than Persona 5 Royal? A lot of people make that point about Golden. They say that Golden's just doesn't have the fun that 4 has, because it packs on a lot of shit that packs on fluff. It's the main product, and we will give you the skinny when it's over. When it finally fucking comes out. It comes out, I think it's gonna come out like March here, but whatever. I'm not gonna rant about that now. But yeah.
You really want to, though.
Dude, just come out already. Fuck. Fuck.
You've been waiting a lot longer than I have.
For Royal, I know. You were like, Persona 5, yeah. And it's like, I'm not even gonna finish it. And then I fucking like bugged you to win. Then you're like, oh my god, it's like the greatest game I've played forever. And now I have a Void. But guess what? I don't even have a Void, because guess what? R's about to come out and be better. Guess what, bitch? I've been dealing with this since 2017. No, I think I was dealing with that in 2016. I lied. I got it when like pretty soon when the game came out. Anyways, guys, I've been Robert. That has been Meeman, aka Hurt God, aka Curve God. This has been some bad decisions. Have a great night and take care.